Hi guys, part 2 of my bushcraft knife. I've made a mini forge to heat treat the knife, but unfortunately I've lost all the video for it. I've got a couple of snapshots I've inserted. Hopefully if anyone wants to see the forge and how I built it, I can explain perhaps on another video. So this video is how I made some resin liners for my knife. I've made 4 different colours, and I've got some porous card, cut it up, and I've got some laminated wood, and I've stuck some self-adhesive plastic to stop the resin sticking to it, and then got some fiberglass resin and glued all of them together. Well, glued the one colour at a time. Unfortunately, I made a big mistake of using freezer bags as separators, but not thinking that they were double-sided, and it caused a bit of a problem moving around. I should have really stopped and got some cling film, or cling wrap as you want to call it, and started from there. But I persevered with it, and as you can see, it wasn't easy, but the resin was quite slow curing, so I had time to get myself out of trouble. It looked like I might have got a fail, but as I say, I persevered, and in the end it all turned out right. But as you can see later on in the video, I did have some problems. The old pack overnight to cure, but when I took the clamps off in the morning, some of the resin was still wet, but that was on the bags rather than on the liners. So I thought it got a fail really. I thought this ain't turned out very well, but to be fair, everything was okay because the liners are actually gone rock hard. But it's just that obviously it didn't like the loose plastic. I'm not sure why. If anybody's got any idea, please leave some comments on the bottom, because it was a bit disturbing at the time because the edges were still wet. But yeah, the only one that didn't really turn out well was the yellow one. It just seemed to come out a bit two-toned, but it was hard as a rock. But anyway, I've cut them up, and so half of one of those will do one knife. So anyway, I've used the glue to do some liners with. I've got one of the liners cut in half, and I've sanded it down so it keys onto the wood, and I've just washed it off with some acetone. And now I'm mixing some slow setting epoxy resin to glue some Old English oak to. Strange thing about this oak, it was a chair given to me by my father-in-law, and it was in my son's room, and it got so badly damaged that it wasn't worth repairing. So I managed to get a few bits of wood of it, and I would say that the chair was up in excess of 100 years old, so the wood's quite seasoned, and there's quite a lot of woodworm on parts of it. That's why some of the legs snapped, but I managed to save a couple of rails which were woodworm free, and so that's what I'm using anyway. I've used the epoxy resin. I've made myself a little spreader with sort of like serrated teeth in to help spread the resin around, and I just put the wood on top of them and clamped them up. As you can see, I've put a block of wood on, but in the end I took the block of wood off and clamped each wood individually because I wasn't getting equal pressure. Well, that's the knife scale finished. In the end, it all turned out alright. Good job I was using slow set epoxy, which gave me time to take the other clamps off and redo the clamping. I've separated them on the bandsaw, so my next video is fitting the knife scales, polishing and sharpening the knife up, and fitting the rubberless bolts, and showing you how I made the countersink bit for it.